Sports Radio 92.9 The Game.
It is Dukes and Bell, and, if you're listening to this show, as we hope you do every day, if it's your favorite TV show, you don't miss an episode, and you get a chance to check out this show every day, you never know what you're going to miss. And just literally happening moments ago, we get a chance to talk to Stephan James. If you're not familiar with his work, he starred in Selma. He's starring in the new movie Race, which is about Jesse Owens and his 1936 quest to become the greatest track and field star in the history of track and field. And he just joins us in studio. We're like, come on, man, come join us for a few minutes and give us some love. So, big-time movie star walking into the room, man. What's going on, Stephan?
I'm good, man. How y'all doing?
Good, man. Stephan James here on Dukes and Bell. They're just getting him set up. And if you want to watch, you can go online at 929thegame.com. Click on our big faces, and you can watch this in studio. First and foremost, man, congratulations on all the success.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
This movie, Race, about obviously one of the greatest athletes in the history of professional sports, Jesse Owens. What made you be attracted to this role?
Man, I mean, you get a call to possibly, play one of the fastest human beings alive, and certainly a huge American hero, if not a world hero. To me, it was a no-brainer to say yes and to want to be a part of this film and to tell his story. So I'm excited to be a part of it.
Now, obviously, we had a Jackie Robinson biopic a couple years back. Got to be able to hit a baseball. Do you ever have any track and field experience?
No,
you got to look the part.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, fastest man on the planet. You gotta train for that.
Yeah, you can't run like Urkel.
Exactly. You can't fake that. And I knew I couldn't cut any corners. When it came on to training for this film. Right when I found out that I was gonna be Jesse, I started training right away down here at Georgia Tech.
Okay.
With Coach Nate Page. Shout out to Coach Nate Page, making me look believable. So I had to learn not only how to run fast, but to run like Jesse because his running style was so particular. So I made sure that I had to be accurate with that.
Now, a lot of times actors, will watch film or hear audio tapes to try to mimic the voice and the sound of who they're trying to portray.
Yeah.
Were you able to do that with Jesse Owens?
I mean, it's 1936. Only so many YouTube clips I could find. Right? I could find them.
Because somebody's gonna be like, "Oh man, he don't even sound like Jesse."
Exactly.
How did Jesse Owens sound?
I mean, I tried to take what I could get. Obviously from a few of his interviews I saw online, and obviously his running tapes. I could definitely get a feel for his style. It's a credit to my coaches that really helped beat his running style into me. So eventually I ran like him so many times I couldn't run any other type of way. So if you guys asked me to run like now, I probably run exactly like Jesse ran.
Stephan James is with us again. The movie Race coming out, the Jesse Owens story, and we're always blown away by how many contemporary athletes don't know the history.
Yeah.
And how much of the history do you know going into this?
Very little, very, very little. I remember when I first got that call, like there's a Jesse Owens biopic, I had to scratch my head a little bit, like, Jesse, what did he do? But after I read about him and I learned about all the incredible things he had done and just his what he overcame to accomplish those gold medals, I was blown away by it. I took it personally upon myself to be the vessel, that gets to teach the new generation about this great man and all the great things he's done. So I'm so fortunate for that.
Stephan James in studio here with the star of the new movie Race. Movie comes out
February 19th, everywhere.
All right, February 19th. You've got to check it out. Now let's talk a little bit about the other guys in this movie. Jason Sudeikis, you might know him. You've seen his work. Jeremy Irons and William Hurt, who's a tremendous actor.
Yeah.
What was it like working with those guys?
Man, incredible. You say those names and I'm just like, wow, like I can't believe that I actually worked with them. I still pinch myself every day. You look at guys like Jeremy Irons and Bill Hurt, who I grew up watching on the screen. So, to be able to share the screen with them and tell this story for me has been incredible. You look at a guy like Jason Sudeikis, you mentioned a lot of comedy films that he does. So, people will be pleasantly surprised to see what he did with this role, I think.
And it really is amazing when you think about an African-American athlete in Berlin.
Yeah.
Hitler in attendance, the master. I mean, obviously the story is almost stranger than fiction.
Yeah. I mean, it's nuts. You look at it and it almost boggles your brain to think that he actually went over there and did what he did. And what's so special about it is, he had no intentions. He didn't go over there to try and show anybody up. He was just great at what he did. And his winnings essentially changed the world.
Now, you are from Toronto. Were you born and raised from Toronto?
Born and raised.
Now, so you're friends with Drake or no? Huh?
That's like the number one question.
Everybody asks the question.
I mean, I'm not friends. You know, I know him. You know, I'm sure he knows me, but we're not really friends.
Yeah. I feel you.
You know, Toronto's a city of millions and millions of people.
Well, you know, he's black, Drake's black.
Yeah,
Come on,
I mean, I guess so.
Toronto.
You're
I
right.
mean, come
You're
on.
right. We should know each other.
You hang
got
out with the Raptors too, right? Yeah, there you go, Steph. There
You know what I'm getting. You know what I'm getting at.
No, actually, you know what? I'm playing in the Celebrity All-Star game this All-Star weekend in Toronto. So, and he's the coach. Drake's the coach. So, you know, we'll get to hang out this week. You know, All-Star weekend for sure.
Yeah, get a chance. Now let's talk about a little bit of your history. You also were in Selma. People saw that. It was an amazing film. That you were in. And were you always acting? What's the history here?
I mean, you know, I feel like ever since I was a child, I've been acting. You know, I've always been into playing characters outside of myself and mimicking people, especially in my family. So, you know, it was always fun to me to, you know, play around with characters. But it really started more on a serious note when I got to high school. I started taking theater really seriously, and then I figured, you know, maybe I should try and get representation, you know, manager and agent and all that to try and get, you know, trying to get out some film and television opportunities, and so far it's been amazing. I've been acting professionally now for about 7 years.
Yeah, really, it's been your career certainly taken off. Yeah. Let's talk Super Bowl, man. Who you like?
Man, I mean, I gotta say, it would be nice to see, you know, Peyton go out and win one, you know, on his way out. But man, I'm excited. You know, Cam Newton, those guys make me very, very excited.
You dab?
Sure.
You do the dab?
Yeah, you know, we got the dab going a couple times. You know,
I know you're very busy promoting the film. Do you get a chance? Speaking now, style-wise, have you seen what Cam was rocking on his way out to the Super Bowl?
I actually haven't. No.
Hey, it was a pair. How would you describe those pants, man? Those breeches he was wearing.
They were from the 2014 Spring Collection. At our executive producer, Versace.
Oh wow.
The pants cost $850. And social media was going bananas.
It was very over-the-top gold. And why was Versace? Versace didn't do anything subtle.
I mean, hey, you know, if anyone could pull it off, it's got to be Cam Newton.
Yeah, because everybody was like, what are those? Yeah. I mean, it was like, you know, and everybody, you know, talking about the skinny pants, because we were talking about it on the show. Like, that's the style for guys. You know, you see guys in the NBA doing it. Now, Mike and I, we're a little bit older, so it's like we kind of look at that and go, what's up?
Yeah,
but
what's going on with that?
I know that's the style, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's the swag, and that's the feel of the whole team. You know, they got so much energy to them, and, you know, clearly they're very influenced by what's going on in the world right now and social media and hip-hop. So, you know, I think it's great. I think it's great for the sport.
Now, what's next for you, man? I mean, obviously this movie is going to be huge, I believe, for your career. What else do you want to do? I mean, have you ever thought about outside of this, maybe some TV shows? What else do you want to do?
Yeah, man, I want to do it all. You know, I don't want to just tell, you know, black stories or American stories or sports stories. I want to do it all. Eventually have the opportunity to do, you know, sci-fi, action, thrillers. You know, I want to play a superhero. It'd be cool to be like a Spider-Man or something. So I want to do it all, man. No limits. No limits.
Stephan James played Representative John Lewis, by the way, who, of course, ties here to Atlanta and Selma. He's with us in studio. Who was your guy growing up? Who was your favorite actors or movies when you were a kid?
Oh, wow. I mean, I got so many acting inspirations. Christian Bale, Idris Elba, Leonardo DiCaprio, Tom Hardy. So I got a lot of guys who hopefully, you know, I've grown up watching, but hopefully I get to work with one day too.
Yeah, we were thinking Idris Elba was probably better cast than Will Smith in the Concussion movie because he could rock the accent.
Hey man, y'all ain't gonna get me to say nothing bad about Will. Don't try and trap me, man. Don't try and trap me.
Jada be on YouTube talking about you.
Can you do a good Jamaican accent?
Yeah, I can actually.
You're
My
in the
family, yeah. Well, where I said.
Yeah, you're going, brother. See, that you go. That sounds better than Will Smith in the movie Concussion.
Yeah,
I got you.
There were times he just came out of it, and we were like, "Well, come on, Will."
Yeah, it kind of morphed into like it was like the bobsled movie.
Anyways, race February 19th.
You like the way we do this with every actor. Talk some smack about another actress.
Come on, let's get a beat started or something.
No,
man. You know, we're just asking your opinions. I know those guys you look up to, and certainly you know you admire their work. There's no doubt about it. I get it, but we're just asking.
Hey, real quick with the movie, obviously because you can't go to Berlin to make it look like 1936. Is it off-putting as an actor? Because we see a lot of films being made around town with the green screens and all that stuff. How much of the post-production?
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, you'll see one scene, and you'll know what I'm talking about when you see the scene. It's when Jesse walks into the stadium for the first time, and he walks into this stadium in Nazi Germany in 1936, and you know, there's 150,000 Germans and German soldiers doing the Nazi salute, and for me, you know, none of that was really there, so I had to imagine that I was in this stadium filled with 150,000 people. But it's incredible when you see the power of CGI and what that's able to do. But for me as an actor, it's a big challenge to make sure that I'm creating the environment and creating the emotions that make it feel and look like Jesse's actually in that place.
All right, so what'd you do? What got you upset enough to look like you were looking around.
I mean,
you were in that moment.
I think that it's a credit to our director. You know, he really helped paint a picture for me of what that was like. You know, for Jesse, and I mean, I got to go down to Berlin and actually shoot this film. So, you know, for me, I got to feel maybe even a fraction of what Jesse felt when I walked up to the stadium. You know, down in Berlin, and I was able to feel that. Obviously, I didn't walk into it with 150,000 people. But you know, I certainly got the experience of, you know, what it may have felt like for him to be, you know, one person and probably feel so small in a place so big.
But it's amazing, the story, too, and you'll see it obviously in the film, because the racism that Jesse Owens obviously had to deal with in 1930s America.
Yeah.
Some from the very own U.S. Olympic Committee.
Right.
And Avril Brundage was the head of that, and there's a great story about a Jewish runner that didn't get to compete.
Yeah, there's so
Marty
many
Glickman,
stories. So many stories in this story. Really, we could have made 5 different movies with, you know, how many stories we got in this film. But it's a big, important story to tell, and I really hope people go out and support it.
Well, I hope they do too, man. It's a pleasure getting a chance to rap with you a little bit and talk. Stephan James, he is going to be the star, the next big star, in my opinion. You'll see him in Race February 19th in theaters. Appreciate you stopping by, man.
Appreciate you guys.
And tell Drake we said what's up.
All right, no doubt.
By the way, Carl, I was just thinking, you know, he goes in, Stephan does the audition, he nails it. You know, you call home, I got the Jesse. Imagine being the guy who calls his wife, I got the Hitler role. I nailed that Hitler audition. Yeah, that's not one. That's not a
I
film
don't think he told anybody about that.
We got plenty more to get into, man. Stephan, thank you so much.
All right,
we're going to talk some more recruiting. What's Ohio State doing? National Signing Day is Wednesday. We'll come when we come back. We'll talk about it.